So, hey friends, how are you all today? Hope you will be fine. All of you must have heard or read about Shri NEEM Karoli Baba. That's why today we will talk about this topic in a better and detailed way. So, without wasting any more time, let's start the video.
Shri NEEM Karoli Baba is counted among the greatest saints of the 20th century. NEEM Karoli Baba was born around 1900 and on September 11, 1973, NEEM Karoli Baba took Samadhi. His birthplace is Akbarpur village, Firozabad district, Uttar Pradesh. NEEM Karoli Baba was born in a Brahmin family. NEEM Karoli Baba was married to a Brahmin girl when he was 11-year old. Soon after his marriage, he left his home and wandered across India as a hermit and was known by many names. It is said that NEEM Karoli Baba attained enlightenment by the time he was 17 years old. After 10 to 15 years, his father got the news that his son was seen somewhere in Farrukhabad, Uttar Pradesh. His father immediately arrived in the district and ordered him to return home and be with the family. Shri NEEM Karoli Baba was a saint. He had achieved siddhis by doing bhakti. At the age of 17, he started showing miracles. NEEM Karoli Baba was a devotee of Shri Hanumanji. NEEM Karoli Baba's father's name was Durga Prasad Sharma. The name of NEEM Karoli Baba's mother is not known. NEEM Karoli Baba's wife's name was Rambeti. Baba has two sons and a daughter. NEEM Karoli Baba's daughter's name is Girija Devi and the name of two sons are Anek Singh Sharma and Dharm Narayan Sharma. Shri NEEM Karoli Baba continued to engage himself in social work during his stay at home. So friends, let's talk about the miracles of Shri NEEM Karoli Baba. When he left home, he did penance for 7 to 8 years in Bamnia, Gujarat, and he got 8 achievements. Richard Alpert, who was also known as Ramdas, a professor of Harvard University of America, once came to the Himalayas. When people told him about Shri NEEM Karoli Baba, he went to meet him. They were wandering in the dark of night. Then only NEEM Karoli Baba came there and said that you are seeing your mother in the sky. I know your mother died of cancer. That's why Ramdas was shocked and started believing in Shri NEEM Karoli Baba. Steve Jobs, who came to India in the year 1974, he had come to India with his friend. When he heard about Shri NEEM Karoli Baba, he went to meet Baba. But at that time, Baba NEEM Karoli had died. Baba NEEM Karoli had showed many other miracles. NEEM Karoli Baba used to speak less, but his devotee used to understand. Books written on the life of NEEM Karoli Baba are read in America. Famous people like Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Page, Jeffrey Skoll, Dan Kotke, Julia Roberts are disciples of Shri NEEM Karoli Baba. So guys, let's talk about Temple of NEEM Karoli Baba, which is also known as Kainchi Dham Temple. The temple of Shri NEEM Karoli Baba is in Nainital, which is in Uttarakhand. The name of the temple is Kainchi Dham. Kainchi Dham temple is about 18 kilometers away from Nainital. Kainchi Dham temple was established by NEEM Karoli Baba on 15 June 1964. Baba NEEM Karoli had came to Kainchi Dham for the first time in 1961, and NEEM Karoli Baba, along with his old friend Purnanand, built an ashram there and got the temple established. NEEM Karoli Baba died in a hospital in Vrindavan due to diabetic coma on 11 September 1973 at 1 p.m. So guys, let's talk about some interesting facts about the life of Shri NEEM Karoli Baba. In 1962, Shri Baba NEEM Karoli built a chabutra around the spot where two spiritual masters, Sadhu Premi Baba and Somri Maharaj, had performed a yajna in Kainchi village. He also built temple of Lord Hanuman at many places. The first temple of Lord Hanuman was inaugurated on 15 June 1964. The second temple was built in Vrindavan. Shri NEEM Karoli Baba has temple in many places, including Lucknow and an ashram in Texas, USA. According to his website, Maharaji established at least 108 temples. In the late 60s, an American known as Baba Ramdas wrote books about Shri NEEM Karoli Baba, and hundreds of Westerners went to visit him. NEEM Karoli Baba chose the land of Vrindavan for his Samadhi. Later a temple was built for him in the ashram. His statue was consecrated on June 15, 1976. In 1958, he left his home and boarded a train without a ticket. Finding Baba without a ticket, the conductor pushed Baba off the train at the village Neem Karoli. Suddenly, the train stopped moving in spite of all efforts, and someone suggested to the conductor that allow Baba back on the train. So he did so. After accepting Baba's one condition that there would be a station at Neem Karoli, as Baba boarded the train, it started moving ahead again. Later, when a station was built in the village Neem Karoli, Baba lived there for a short period of time, and locals started calling him by the name Neem Karoli Baba. At Vavania Morbi in Gujarat, he was known as Talaiya Baba. In Vrindavan, local people addressed him by the name of Chamatkari Baba. He was also known by the names like Handi Wale Baba, Lakshman Das, and many others. Usually, he sat on a wooden bench wrapped in a plaid blanket in his ashram. Babaji usually gave prasadam, offering of Lord, a pat on the head or back to the visiting his ashram. Absorbing in another world, he sometimes went into complete silence, pouring bliss and peace on the devotees sitting around him. In 1973, once he brought 8 oranges as an offering for the Babaji, and soon Babaji distributed them to all workers and devotees of the ashram. He was surprised as of how Babaji gave 18 oranges instead of 8 to all. Soon his popularity also spread in foreign countries during the 1960s and 1970s. One usual thing about his personality was the manner of his coming and going. Sometimes suddenly, he would walk into a person's presence unannounced, and it was impossible to chase him, even on a motor car when he took a leave and walk on the road. It is believed that he had Siddhi through the Upasana of Shri Hanumanji and knew everything mere at the age of 17. Babaji was totally unattached to this material world and was compassionate to the people in distress and suffering.
So guys, let's talk about that incident when Steve Jobs visited Shri Neem Karoli Baba ashram. Jobs' stories in Hare Krishna temple prove that the man had a deep connection with India. Steve Jobs visited India in 1974, accompanied by his friend Dan Kotke. After a series of failure in his life, it is said that Jobs was in search of eternal peace and motivation. Steve wanted to meet Shri Baba Neem Karoli after listening to the legend of the ashram and take his blessings. Unfortunately, Jobs couldn't meet Baba, as before his arrival, Maharaji had left his body. Steve Jobs and his companion stayed in the ashram for quite some time. Before going back to the USA, they listened to the teaching of Baba and meditated. After returning back to the US, he started the company named Apple. Kotke became the first employee of the company. Steve Jobs' spiritual experience in India has been mentioned by him in many places. According to mythology, Neem Karoli Baba's favorite fruit was an apple. Jobs was so influenced by him that it became the logo of Apple. It is one of the world's most influential companies. It has also been heard that when Jobs was counting his last breaths on his deathbed, he had a photograph of Baba under his pillow. Neem Karoli Baba and Steve Jobs' story is quite fascinating. Larry is a former director of Google's philanthropic arm. Larry mentioned over the call that Zuckerberg would be coming to the ashram for a day. Mark was not a notable person back then, so Vinod doesn't remember the date of his visit. Facebook was yet to reach over 1 billion people. So guys, this was some interesting information about Shri Neem Karoli Baba. Hope you all like it. Share with your friends and family if you like this video. We will meet you in another interesting video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram.
Shri Ram.